Hello. I have to warn you that this is going to be an exceedingly silly story, but mercifully short. And I'll start off by reminding you that there's a British comedy series called Porridge. It's from 20 years ago, maybe more. However, I would recommend it. It's very funny. It's set in a prison, Her Majesty's Prison, Slade, to be specific. And although it's really hilarious, sometimes you sit there and think, well, this is very amusing, but it wouldn't really happen in a real jail. And then you read the article that appeared in the Sun newspaper this afternoon and you realise that nothing any comedy writer can come up with could approach real life. This story concerns a convict, Wallace by name, inmate of a prison near a town in the county of Sussex. The town's name is spelt Lewes and it's pronounced Lewes. So the establishment is called Her Majesty's Prison, Lewes. Here's a picture of it. And to set the tone for the rest of this exceedingly silly story, I can't resist pointing out that it's a great place for losers. But wait, there's more. The story concerns one particular visiting time where you might say there was a bit more excitement than most of the people present might have expected, perhaps including Mr. Wallace himself. Before I continue, I have to remark on a difference I think exists between British and American prisons. From all the movies I've seen, I don't know how realistic they are, but I have the impression that in American prisons, visitors are on the other side of a glass or plastic screen that's so thick and heavy it would be impossible to communicate verbally through it, and the prisoner and the visitor have to use telephones. It's different in Britain. There are some separated visiting booths, I'm quite sure, but it appears that outside exceptional circumstances, in most cases, the visiting facility is a large room which is full of tables, and a whole batch of prisoners sit down with their visitors on opposite sides of their respective tables, from which position they can talk face to face. Oh, here. That's sun. I'm going to lean forward like that. From which position they can talk face to face and even hold hands, I believe. And it isn't just for the shoplifters and the television licence dodgers. The chap I'm about to discuss, that's better, isn't it? Wallace was jailed for 12 years for kidnapping a woman and threatening her with a crossbow. So, not the sort of person most people would feel comfortable around, I dare say. Despite that, Mr. Wallace actually has a girlfriend. She turned up, sat herself down at the table, started a couple of minutes of chit-chat, and then, in full view of all the other prisoners and their guests, she slipped under the table and, how do I put this, upped the ante, so to speak. And I thought, it gives a whole new meaning to the description of Her Majesty's Prison, Lewes, as a penal institution, doesn't it? I'm not sorry, I couldn't resist that. I just had to do it.